we do have readies. 4 screens for us to watch, 4 screens for you to watch, and a lot of great Dr. Mario ready. So we are going to get our countdown 3, 2, 1, and pills. We're going to get a look at all of these boards. Archer has a all yellow on that left side. That's going to be a very interesting situation. Donatello with an interesting board too. Most of the viruses just laying flat in row 1. A little bit more traditional style board on the top of your screen for both of our players here. But early on, looks like everybody's playing pretty close to the hand, pretty even Steven.
Yeah, all four are doing a really great job. Oh, that double blue, perfect for Sarge. I was kind of concerned about how his board was going to go, seeing all that blue and yellow on the left side of his board, but he's getting exactly what he needs. And he's going to be able to get through this pretty quickly as long as the right pills keep coming. Now, looking at Cat Pants, she's got some interesting setups going. Going to take a little bit of drop time here to get that cleared down, but she does manage to take out 2 viruses from that. She is down to just 4 viruses remaining in her level 4. Looking back down at the bottom of your screen, we have Archer with 6 viruses, now 4 viruses with that great horizontal clear. But Donatello also with 4 viruses. And Donatello, if he gets the double red here, not going to go for it. Had the opportunity to maybe get a long horizontal. And as of course, the double red does come up, but he's going to be pretty close to being out here. But Archer just needing 1 more blue. There it is, out at a 126, and Donnie out at a 128.
Yeah, the same story. It's close up top, 2 seconds separating level 4 exits for both of our players. I believe a 116 and a 118, respectively, in favor of Sarge. Sarge might have a L yeah here. Really has a lot of options with the red on the top of the board. Has locked the bottom of the board with that red yellow, but now has gotten the L yeah down to 16 viruses. Meanwhile, Cat Pants rocking this board here. It's a flat 5th row, but with this RNG, a couple of great sequences here, getting 3 off the board immediately, reducing drop time in column 6. Really, really well played here. It is 4 viruses to go for, or now 3 to go for Cat Pants. There's what we're looking for. The blue yellow gonna drop things down, combo out at a 217. I believe that was a near 60-second level 5.
Yeah, that was really great for Cat Pants. And Cat Pants actually, coming to us from the versus side of things. So we typically see a lot of those really nifty little combos coming from her, and it's even in her versus game, she has come a long way, and it's really nice to see some of that improvement and that foresight coming along in speed, as well as we see Sarge getting the final yellow he needs out at a 244. So about a 6-7 virus difference on our top game. Looking at the bottom, we have Donatello, who is looking pretty good here, but look at this combo from Archer with the Betty B style drops. Really nice to see there from Archer. Just going to need 1 more blue out at a 311. And Donnie just waiting for these last couple reds, getting a little bit blue-yellow rushed, but that does follow by the red, blue. Just going to need 1 more red. There it is, out at a 323. Close games on both sides.
Absolutely. And you mentioned Betty Archer, a heavy watcher of Betty B streams. And Betty is a fantastic combo player, so really learning things here. Ooh, little overcorrection there on that blue-red. That's going to slow Archer down, but a blue-yellow would be huge here. Or just going to go red-yellow, get the garbage out of that center area. Going to drop some garbage down here, but holding on to a 3-virus lead. Meanwhile, on the top of your screen, as we just saw Archer pull off a nice little double combo there, it is 10-5 here. A very high elevation endgame, really atypical of what you see in these tournaments. And the double red doesn't get tucked over. And I think that might have been by design here just to reduce a little bit of drop time. But Cat Pants here going to have to make a decision regarding drop time and is electing to just take 1 second of drop time on that blue fragment, just needing a couple of reds and gets them both out at a 420, blazing through here. But as we say that, it's just 3 to go here for Sarge. Sarge needing a couple of reds. He can underclear here, and I think that's the play. So he does have free clarity on that final red, out at a 433, very close as our top game in level 7.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but Sarge had a monster drop combo into an upside down hammer of justice, as Swang would call it. So that was really, really nice to see. Looking down at our bottom game, both players in their in games in level 6. Donnie looking really good here, actually, as is Archer. Donnie going to get this squeeze in there with this. Oh, he misses the
Ooh.
tuck, but that's not going to be too bad for him. He's going to be able to get that at his leisure. Just one more red, and he will get the tuck in. Not going to go for the tuck.
There was a little
There
bit of
it is.
hesitation on some of that yellow play. They could Donnie could have absolutely hung a yellow over to combo out, but out at a 526 here, very close. It's a one virus game on the bottom of the screen. Meanwhile, on the top of the screen, it is 15 to 12. A little bit of a problem on that lower right quadrant for Cat Pants, but Cat Pants is going to clear it out with a nice little drop combo. Going to be down to 9 viruses here. Looking to take game 1. Double blue for Sarge. Doesn't really have anything to do here. Just not needing any sort of blue at the moment. Really hungering for yellow, especially to clear that garbage in column 3. Meanwhile, on the bottom, we go back to the bottom of the screen here. It is 23 to 22. Archer and Donnie playing incredibly close. But it looks like on the top of your screen, it is going to be Cat Pants just needing a couple of yellows. Where are they coming? Hopefully they'll be there. There's one. Where's the other? And out at a 617, taking game number 1.
617 GG's to Cat Pants. That is just 12 seconds off of her PB. Um, so really nice pace by her. Now looking at the bottom of the game, it is 13 viruses for Donatello, 20 viruses for ArcherLewys at the moment. Trying to set up some stuff here, but the board for Archer is just so messy right now. And Donatello, if he can continue to get these blues, he's going to be absolutely in the driver's seat here. As we look up at the top, and Sarge has seen that he's lost, goes ahead and get reset and ready for the next match. Archer setting up a really nice combo here. Gonna set it off with that yellow blue. It's only going to clear the one red virus, but it's going to bring the board down quite a bit, which is going to help a lot.
Yeah, it does open up the board, and it is 10 to 6 here. Archer's still very much in this. Both these players really buried here. It's that blue in column 2 for Donnie, and it's pretty much everything for Archer. Archer looking for something to open up the board. May want to elect to go horizontal on that yellow in column 4. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case here with that blue garbage, although I stand corrected as that comes down. Now has a setup for a horizontal blue that does open things up here, but it looks like it's going to be Donnie here taking their first ever game victory, just needing a couple of blues, and there they are out at a 750. It will be game 1 to our 6th seed.
GG's to all 4 competitors. And that is not a PB for Donnie, believe it or not, but it is below his average. So he's got to be feeling really good about that.
And looks like Archer's just going to wrap this one up here, looking for that last blue, and out at an 814. A little bit atypical of what we've seen for Archer. Archer has been really steamrolling their competition. Maybe just a bit of a slow start here. Maybe take that a page from Packy and just come storming back after a loss. We'll see what happens here as we await readies from all of our players.
Indeed. Interestingly enough, the lower seed taking the game in both matches. We know that Sarge and Archer would love to take both of these games to a decider. We know the crowd would love to see a decider. Excuse me, the Crows would love to see a decider. As we have readies from, looks like everybody. And we have our countdown. 3, 2, 1, pills.
And we're going to take a look at Archer's board first. Archer has a bit of a split board, but some decent opportunities here for combos. A lot of yellow overlaying critical parts of the board. Meanwhile, for Donnie, Donnie is blockaded pretty much everywhere, but now has that open board open up a little bit. Going to be an interesting end game with that little cluster in the lower left. Up on the top here, it's a very scattered board for Sarge. He can make plays of it, a little bit of red garbage early on, but that's nothing he can't correct. And for Twitchy here, Cat Pants here is an incredibly split board. Going to have to play a lot of drop time here, John.
Yeah, absolutely. Not loving this board from Cat Pants. And that honestly, that's just the product of the levels that they're playing. When you get these earlier levels, anywhere from 0 to about 8 or 9, really, you're going to see a little bit more split boards just because there's less viruses that our players have the opportunity to clear. So, and especially at this level of play, you might see the players start to build some platforms to build up to those to try and decrease that drop time, which we kind of see Cat Pants doing here just a little bit. I think she's going for this horizontal, and that's exactly what she is going for. Gonna get a triple clear out of it too. Really nice play by Cat Pants, but it is Sarge that is out first on the top game.
Yeah, Sarge out at around a minute 12. Meanwhile, taking a look at the bottom of the board here, this is just ugly on both sides here. You see with all that red blue on the board as Donnie out first at a minute 38. Just a lot of red blue and just 3 yellow viruses scattered around the board. We are going to see Archer take things on here. Archer maybe, it's going to be a very interesting call, I think, to get this last yellow virus that's just really just dug under a lot of garbage. That blue not helping here. You probably want to start setting up at least on the left side of that virus. That double blue should have gone into column 4, maybe to clear some things out. Although I'm seeing a bit of a strat here. But again, now Archer is kind of dug in deep in column 1. So we'll see how Archer gets things out of here, though. But as I'm talking about that, John, it's almost a finished level here for Sarge.
Yeah, Sarge has done a really nice job here in this level 5. Just needing a couple more yellows. Could potentially go for the fat log, but I don't think I would do it in this scenario. And wisely not going for that. Going for the horizontal. Interesting play there by Sarge. Absolutely nothing wrong with it whatsoever, as he's going to be out at about a 241. Cat Pants really not too far behind, though. Gonna see her take this drill down to get the blue horizontally, and might have gone ahead and put the yellows on there because there was a red coming next, but she's just gonna need 2 more yellows. There's one, there's another, out at about 3 minutes for Cat Pants, not too far behind Sarge. Looking at the bottom game, Donnie's in a really good situation here. Just going to need one more red, gets it, and now this final yellow will get him out at a 318.
Yeah, but don't sleep on Archer. Archer has been steamrolling this level 5, put together a couple of really, really nice combos, and is going to be setting up here for a triple drop combo down to 1 virus as well. So just needing a fortuitous double yellow. We got ourselves a game on the bottom of your screen here, out at about a 335 here. It is just a 2 virus game, but do keep in mind that there were setups already made here by Donnie, but Donnie is cruising along here, needing red and blue pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, look at Cat Pants' board. She's only got 1 red on her board out of 17 viruses, and it was buried until just a couple seconds ago. She's going to be able to pretty much clear that out at her leisure, but she's going to be praying for a lot of yellow and a lot of blue. Had the opportunity to maybe take a horizontal clear there, with from columns 1 to 4. Gonna take it now. It is going to slightly take away from a drop combo that she had set up, but she's going to be able to clear out those reds and take that vertically, JB.
Yeah, Cap has playing really smart, not having any red, so trying to make the most of what you can when you get a red pill half. Looking at the bottom of the screen as we see Sarge out of 6 at about 4.5 minutes. Archer is absolutely tearing through 6. Is now can they force a decider here? It's the pain point, I think, is going to be column 1. You might want to go horizontal with that yellow and maybe try to force the issue and get that sandwich clear with those blues. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, at a 450, it's Cat Pants out first. Cat Pants looking to put this one away here. 32 to go. A good start, just a good sequence so far here. Might have gone underneath on that red yellow just to open up things a little bit. We're going to get the horizontal clear. We're not with that double blue. So 29 to 19 here as Sarge looking to force a decider as well. Both these players playing or I say both. I say all these players are actually playing phenomenally here in the second game.
Yeah, absolutely. And just noticing now that there's about an 8-second difference between Sarge and Cat Pants. And as a reminder, we do go by the timers that are on their screen and not necessarily who finishes first on the
Hmm.
stream. So keep that in mind as we move forward on the top game. But looking at the bottom, Donnie getting into level 7 here with some really nice setups. Not much in the way of yellow help for him at the moment. In fact, all of his yellow is completely cut off. So he's going to be using any yellow that he finds very strategically. Maybe looking down the board and setting up some future plays. I'm not sure if that's quite in his repertoire yet, but again, as I said before this game started, that Donnie has been making some really great strides and would love to see that from him.
Yeah, all these players. I mean, if you look at just how our silver bracket has evolved just this year alone, we've seen some fantastic play out of a lot of really good players. We've seen people who've been around for a while, just kind of uh, getting into a renaissance of sorts. So it's been really fun to see here. It is 9-3 here. It's looking like it's academic, but where are the blues for Sarge? They're slowly coming. Gonna have to be creative with this blue, and I would have speared that down. It is a little bit of drop time, but you would have had a flat play for that final blue virus. It is one virus to go, and it is no viruses to go. Out at a 6:59, we let the time tick away, and that is official. It is 1-1 on the top of your screen. Meanwhile, Archer is gonna make it 1-1 on the bottom of the screen at a 7:03. So we've got a double decider, John.
Absolutely, we do, and you love to see it. I know. Chat loves to see it. I know Sarge and Archer are both excited to not be knocked out in that second game. Let's get some hype in the chat, guys. Come on, who's ready for this decider? I know I am.
So some bonus Dr. Mario for everybody. A fantastic comeback from Archer. That first half of that game looked really shaky, but just absolutely tore through the second half and got that win. Twitchy and Sarge were playing pretty balanced throughout that whole match, so that could have gone either way, but Sarge taking it here. So really, we've got double sudden death at this point. We're just waiting on readies from players as we get the cacaws in chat. We got players saying maybe they'll run at some point. Absolutely run this at some point. Run it today. Do a 0 to 10 run. I've had people in my own personal Twitch community start running. We've actually got one of them in this bracket. So really, we love having new players. And if you visit our Discord, we have a ton of players ready to give advice. But now we've got 3, 2, 1 pills for this double decider. And we've got Sarge out first. Sarge has a blockade, and that red blue not optimal. TwitchyCatPants playing a bit of a scattered board, but low drop opportunities. Archer is going to have to get very creative on their right side of the board. I like that double clear. And then another clear over on the left side to get the yellow off the board. Donnie has a bit of a scattered board as well, but nothing too terrible. A lot of low elevation drop clears are possible, but as it looks right now, it is leads on the left side for both players.
Gosh, these are such wonky boards
Mm-hmm.
for both Archer and Donatello, and really a little bit for Sarge. But the main problem with Sarge's board is that it was split until he took out that last virus there on the left side. Now going to be working pretty much entirely on the right side for Sargent. Gets that yellow tucked in, opens up the blue at the bottom. Just going to need some reds and blues, and he's going to be out here pretty quick. Now looking at Cat Pants, she's in a bit of a situation here. Probably going to see this upcoming red-yellow go on to the left. Oh, doesn't go for it. Elects to go ahead and start setting up the yellow on the right for a clear. It's going to be a lot of drop time for her, though, as Sarge just needing one more red. There it is, out at a 128. Meanwhile, at the bottom, Archer already into level 5.
Yeah, Archer got through 4 in a little under a minute 15. So a really good play there, especially that tough board when you just have 3 viruses hanging high elevation on one side of the board. A bit of a misflip there, but that is easily corrected. Could have done it with the double blue, elected to go for the clear. I mean, that's really a dealer's choice kind of play. If you really want to just get things going, and with those clears, everything is nice, back and clean for Archer. Meanwhile, Donatello, 20 viruses to go, needing some blue help, needing some red help. I mean, you have access to everything here, but you would really optimally like to see a red-blue blitz. Going to go for that sandwich clear and then a horizontal double just immediately following. It is a 10 virus game on the bottom of your screen, and Archer looking like they're going to go for a drop cross, looking for a yellow, bam, bam, and just a little garbage clear for funsies and a double blue. Really good sequencing there.
Yeah,
Um, on the other side of the on the other side here, we've got 3 reds to go for Sarge, as Archer out at a 235, and Twitchy here is going to get the garbage to fall down, but that double yellow is going to clear everything out. They are currently holding on to a very slight lead here, very, very close here, 2-2, now 2-1 on the top here, as it looks like it's going to be, I just can't tell you, pretty much even. It's a 2-second advantage, though, for TwitchtyCatPants on the top of the screen.
Yeah, and looking at Cat Pants' board, goes ahead and takes that horizontal blue, leaves her just a tiny bit of garbage there in her column 7 with the reds. Oh, and that blue-yellow definitely was not supposed to go there, but she's able to clear that up really quickly with that nice gift of the double blue from Dr. Mario. Really nice to see for her. She's down to 22 viruses. SgtSarros down to 16. Liking Sarge's board a little bit better. He also has a lot of blue that he's trying to kind of work around. Looking at the bottom, Donatello getting into level 6, about a 339. I didn't see the exact time, but it is Archer with a commanding lead right now, down to 3 viruses remaining on this board. Gonna go for the fat log, gonna get it. A little bit of extended fat log on the top with this double red out at a 356 for Archer going into the final level, trying to put Donatello away and move on into our semifinals.
And Donnie at this point, I think, just playing to avoid getting lapped, had a really rough go of that 5, but really starting to heat things up here. Going to get a double yellow down to 17. Looking at the top of the screen here, though, it's still deadlocked. Both these players down to their final few viruses. Looking for reds is Twitchy. And looking for a red. Ooh, a bit of a misflip there. That's going to cost a little bit of time. Going to have to go underneath now, out at a 436. And if I am TwitchtyCatPants, I just need one more red, and I am out at a 441. It's a 5-second advantage on the top of your screen here, and a good clear opening there by Sarge, and is going to get. We've got a good horizontal opening as well by TwitchtyCatPants. These two neck and neck going into 7.
Yeah, it's going to be really close going into this final game at the top. Both have pretty good boards. I think I like Sarge's a little bit better just because it's a little bit more compact. He has a few more horizontal opportunities than Cat Pants does at the moment. Although Cat Pants has a few vertical doubles that she can take out if she gets the right pills. Looking at the bottom, it is Archer with the huge lead, with 9 viruses remaining now over Dawn's 32. Looking really great here for Archer. Wondering if they're going to go for that horizontal red in columns about 4 to 7. Probably not going to go for it. Could have. Doesn't go for it, though, which is completely fine. Just trying to get down to that bottom row is Archer. It's a little bit covered by this blue and column 4 looks like, yeah, column 4, but that horizontal is going to be perfect for Archer. Just needing to take out these reds and probably going to go vertically, as it's going to take a little bit of work to get the horizontal, but looks like they're actually going to go for it. Just going to need 2 more yellows. 1 more will do it. It'll drop down that red, and it'll be ArcherLewys taking the game and the match at a 6-16.
And just with 3 seconds more, it's TwitchtyCatPants taking a very rough go of a 7 for Sarge. and advantage taken completely there by CatPants. CatPants is going to take the win there with the upset and will advance into our next round and will be facing the Dave. Archer, with the win, will be taking on the winner of Every Time We Slay versus Prey, which is coming up next here. As there we go, a 654, but a good finish there by Sarge, and it looks like throwing up the kawaii white flag there. And it looks like it's going to be Donatello's going to try to finish this one out here.
I
And
thought
it
he might have
is
gone for that split horizontal drop. Didn't go for it, but the
those
double red.
those are always tough decisions, whether you want to go for the double horizontal or the double vertical in such an end game situation. But out at a 728 is Donatello, and that is all she wrote for this first set of matches.